And that's what would have happened
if you had hired Cloud Beam Marketing.
Hi.
But you didn't.
So, it didn't.
Which is why you're broke.
No judgment.
Really? Because I judge it.
Said our largest expense.
Hey, alcohol is a group expense.
Seems like we should have cut alcohol before our health plan.
Vodka disinfects cuts.
Well, I miss my dark science budget.
The hell is dark science?
It's basically science, but darker.
I'm sad the wall art's gone. It riled my loins.
What doesn't rile your loins?
Enough! We're not here to waste time or prison toilet scotch. We're here because these ranting buffoons think they can solve our problems.
One of her better introductions.
Real talk, the espionage climate has changed.
Your old spy model just doesn't work.
Hello, dinosaur, meet asteroid.
But that's where we come in.
Hello, dinosaur, meet marketing.
Are they turning us into a dinosaur?
Honestly, I don't know, but I'm loving it.
How do you do this thing? What's going on?
The hell is good this?
I forgot how to podcast.
What in the... you forgot to podcast?
I forgot how to. It's been a minute.
Wait. Okay, hang on. I know how we can get us started here.
Okay.
It was a couple that was in a building. They didn't know the stranger next door.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait. Is this the wrong podcast?
That's the wrong podcast.
Oh, fuck. Okay, sorry. I was looking at the wrong Slack channel. Sorry about that.
That's that Steve Martin Short thing.
Oh, that's okay. Sorry. And here's the problem. I don't use a Slack channel. I use Microsoft Teams like a big boy.
Ew.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I know, but thankfully the drink is going to help us out. Oh, yeah. Now I remember what we're doing.
TV10 podcast episode
0379.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, 379 episodes. Oh, and for all of our fans, that means one of you that said, "Where the fuck were you?" Hey, we've been out on some business, rock and wrestling business.
Yeah, separate rock and wrestling business.
Yeah. He did the rock. That would be Bill Frost.
Yes, and that is Tommy Milagro over there.
Yep, I did the wrestles, and am I wrestled out? But
how can you ever be wrestled out?
I know you didn't think it would be possible, but we're going to get into that in the sports report.
Okay.
In the meantime, we need some genius juice in our system.
Oh, this is a good one.
Yes, and this is brought to you officially by our good sponsors, Outlaw Distillery, the fine makers of some not only top-notch bourbons and rums, but they also provide to us a vanilla bean rum, which you can get only at Outlaw Distillery out in Midvale, Utah, which is like Sandy adjacent. And I don't know why I did radio voice, but it felt right out for some reason.
Yeah, so explain this.
Well, actually, I should ask you to explain this, because you're the one that told me to come up with this recipe here.
Well, I knew that we had the Outlaw Vanilla Bean Rum lying around. We had some of that.
Yeah, so for some reason, we didn't drink it all the way.
No. So then I looked up, like, what kind of drink combines vanilla and rum?
Yep.
And this is the first thing that came up.
And it was a orange vanilla daiquiri.
Yeah.
So it's really a simple daiquiri drink. It's just orange juice, rum, lime juice, simple syrup. Now, all these ingredients are key, but here's the difference. In the recipe, now it calls for a quarter vanilla bean at like an actual vanilla bean.
Yeah.
And aged rum. Now, the aged rum we swapped out with the vanilla bean rum, but the vanilla bean, I went fancy as fuck.
Yeah, you got the real thing.
I got it at Harmon's, not a sponsor, and got it stirred up. And I have to say, whether you do this as a virgin drink or you really want to get some genius in you, this is the way to do it. And it should be noted, we're just performance artists, Your Honor.
Oh yeah, we're not actually drinking alcohol here.
No, we would never do that. And we would tell you to drink responsibly. Honestly, Scout's honor.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah. So let's remind me again. We talk about TV, right?
Yeah. Over the last couple weeks, some things have come back. Archer came back.
Oh yeah,
new season of Archer.
Did you enjoy the Archer?
Quite enjoyed that. Also, What We Do in the Shadows, new season of that dropped.
That is locked and loaded in the DVR at the moment, and I can't wait to see it.
Also, new season of AP Bio with Patton Oswalt, Glenn Howerton on Peacock.
I should be paying attention to it because I am subscribed to Peacock, but I don't know.
You got the Peacock. You don't even you've got the cock.
Yeah, I got cocked.
You flock to the cock.
Yes.
You should check out AP Bio. It's very funny.
Well, maybe I'll do that after I pay attention to something good on there, but like We Are Lady parts.
Oh yeah, we already good. That's a good one there too.
Yeah, but AP Bio, we'll give Patton Oswalt some love. So.
And also this Rick James documentary dropped on Showtime.
And I heard the name. Repeat it again.
Bitchin'.
Yeah.
The Sound and Fury of Rick James. It's a Showtime documentary. I got to get to that. It's Rick James, man.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick James was Prince before Prince.
Right. And let's be clear, everybody. This is actual Rick James. This is not Dave Chappelle.
No.
This is not, I'm Rick James, bitch.
No,
this is different.
This is for real. Mm-hmm. And also, well, coming up this week, we got a new season of American Crime Story. This one is the impeachment of Bill Clinton.
Oh,
it's impeachment, American Crime Story, and FX, and also Hulu. Mostly, I'm here for Billy Eichner as Matt Drudge. That's pretty much the only reason I'm going to watch this.
And has he got into the drudginess?
We're going to find out. Also, Kobe Smulders as Ann Coulter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That in itself is a treat.
So, yeah, and God, who's Clive Owen plays Bill Clinton.
Here's my big question. How much did the actors have to scour off the ickiness after it was done?
Yeah, I don't know who signed up for this thing. Oh, I can't wait to do this project, but it's happening.
Yeah. And remind me again, who's the actress playing Monica Lewinsky in this one?
Beanie Feldstein.
And she's from Saturday Night Live, or
no, she's from Booksmart.
Booksmart, that's it. Okay.
And a few other things, but yeah.
And I read in Entertainment Weekly.
What?
Ew.
Is that still around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, she wanted to do justice to Monica and really portray everything she went through. And I'm going, no,
okay.
don't.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry about that.
And take off that dress. Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
So that's coming up on Tuesday, and the final season, what we think will be the final season of Lucifer.
Yeah, I keep telling you, man. I keep telling you, it is never going to die.
Now he's God.
Mm-hmm. Of course he is.
Where to go now? What's he going to do now?
Oh, I have an idea, and it's actually happening as we speak. He can go to Texas and sue the state to have Satanists have abortions because it is protected under religion.
True. Okay.
So, Satanists will save us from Christians.
Texas, man. What the fuck is up with Texas?
You mean Texanistan?
Is everybody just high on horse paste down there?
We only wish. Have you seen Alex Jones on the horse? You haven't.
No, is he? Did I? Or are you asking?
Yeah, I've asked if you've seen it, but I know.
Is he selling it at his store?
Not yet, but he did take it live on InfoWars.
Oh, God.
It was
Fuck
funny,
these
the
guys.
diatribe that he did. It was wonderful. Now I'm just going, let's see what happens now.
Yeah, go ahead and shit your pants to own the libs, Alex. Way to go. Yeah.
But of course, we will never do that because we're classy as fuck.
Yeah. And also coming up, actually, I'm kind of interested to see this movie called Kate. It's on Netflix on Friday. It's Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yes.
And she's playing another version of John Wick, just like Kate Beckinsale did in that other thing. And just like...
Charlize Theron in Atomic Blonde.
Which is still the best one.
Yeah. That is really...
The best one with the best soundtrack, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this one, which is going to drop on Netflix, how is the soundtrack?
Don't know yet.
Okay. So we're just going to say... The jury is still out on Mary Elizabeth Winstead, but she was awesome in Fargo. Let's
Oh yeah, she was fucking great in Fargo, and also she was in Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey.
Oh, and don't forget Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh yeah,
she did that for a hot minute.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
So You know what? I think it'll be okay. And if it's the same people that did John Wick, expect it to be awesome.
Yeah.
The soundtrack, jury's out.
Yeah. Also coming up is I can't believe this still happens, the 2021 MTV Video Music Awards.
And again, we ask, there are videos
Yeah,
on that channel?
I saw Melissa Merlot asking that very question on the social meds. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait. Are we shortening it now?
Social meds, yeah. We got to save time.
Okay.
Got to condense.
We can't rush into social media.
No. social
Oh, I
meds.
just wasted 30 seconds right there. God damn it.
But it's going to be hosted by Doja Cat.
Oh, wait.
Are you familiar with Doja Cat at all?
Are you saying Doja Cat or Doja the Cat?
Doja Cat. There's
Oh,
no
okay.
the.
There's no the?
Yeah.
I thought there was a the.
No, apparently she's got a beef with Cardi B, or Cardi B has a beef with her.
I thought
They all have a beef with each other.
She did have a collab with BB Rexha.
Yeah.
That much I know. And that's as far as my pop sugar starlets go.
Okay.
And okay, good for her.
Yeah.
Good on her. She is no Miley Cyrus. Thank goodness.
Yeah. Also, something premiered that premiered while we were off, the new season of American Horror Story.
Okay.
Have you seen any of this yet?
No, but I've heard a lot of crosstalk on that on the social meds.
Social meds, yeah.
And
They moved to it's a guy who's a writer who's got a bit of a writer block. Says, okay, let's move to Provincetown.
Wait a minute. I've read this before.
Yeah. You've read The Shining, you know.
Yeah.
And
Well,
he's got a super pregnant wife.
okay.
She's very pregnant. Lily Rabe.
Yeah.
From previous American Horror Stories.
Yep.
And so the writer guy meets a couple of weirdos in town.
Sarah Paulson?
Evan Peters.
Yep. I was going to say Evan Peters.
And I've already
Sarah.
not Sarah. Well, he does meet Sarah Paulson too.
Right.
But the old lady.
Oh. Okay.
The old lady from American Horror Story.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm already blanking on her name, but they give him some sort of wonder drug. It's like, oh, I wrote a book in 4 hours.
Okay.
Now you're a vampire.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it works.
So if you want to keep writing, thanks to this new book, you got a TV deal, you got a script deal. So you want to keep that up. Keep taking this horse paste apparently or whatever it is.
Now, bigger question: is this not the same as Genius Juice like we offer?
This Genius Juice in American Horror Story, apparently it only works on people who are naturally creative.
Oh, okay.
If you're just a fucking dud, you turn into a zombie. You turn into a blood-sucking zombie thing.
Oh, okay. So basically, I'd be fucked if I took this.
Maybe.
All right.
I would be fine.
Of course you will.
Yeah.
It will have no effect on you. You are immune. You're fully Pfizered.
Yeah.
Or was it modernly Moderna'd? Which one was it?
It was fully Pfizered.
Fully Pfizered.
Fully
right.
Pfizered, yes.
Yes, and the P is silent in fully.
Yeah. And the thing is, this is set in Provincetown, which looks pretty fucking gray and gloomy. Meanwhile, there's another show called Hightown on Starz.
Yeah.
It looks like Party Central. It looks like northern Miami Beach to the north or something like that. It's South Beach or something. It looks like a fun party town.
Yeah.
So I can't reconcile these two versions of Provincetown.
Maybe one of them is frequented by Jeff Bezos.
Maybe.
That's the
Yeah.
only thing I could think of here. That's the only way that could work.
So, yeah, I'm not sure if I can recommend the new season of American Horror Story just yet. It's called Double Feature. There are 2 stories that will be told.
Okay,
The
that was
first
my
one,
next question.
I'm guessing the next story involves aliens because that's what all the promos were. Is like all the promos were all aliens. They didn't say shit about vampires.
Is it held in that Skinwalker Ranch?
Oh, fuck.
I mean, if that is going to be the case.
Skinwalker Ranch. But also wanted to talk about. I turned it in late because of all the rock and roll business going on. The next content shifter coming out at slugmag.com and also at billfrost.tv. It's in honor of the new fall TV season, which is upon us, such as it is.
Yes.
Yeah. I wanted to look back. It's like, it used to be they would premiere like fucking 24 new shows all within 1 week across all the networks.
Right.
And it'd just be a fucking mess. Like too many shows dropping all at once. I never understood the logic of that.
But nowadays, in the realm of the binge networks.
Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to look back. I remember some shows that only lasted a few episodes, brand new shows that premiered in the fall. Mm-hmm. Only lasted a couple of episodes.
And then never seen again.
Never to be seen again. And I found a few. You can barely find them on YouTube. You can barely find shitty versions of them on YouTube. One was a 2011 version of Charlie's Angels.
Oh,
With Minka Kelly.
Okay.
Yeah. It lasted all of 7 episodes. I didn't even know it was that many.
Yeah, and now you can see Minka Kelly on Titans.
Titans, yeah. She's much better off there. Also, there was one starring one of my favorite people, Karen Gillan.
Yeah.
She of Guardians of the Galaxy and Gunpowder Milkshake.
Yeah, I guess she's doing okay now.
Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had this series called Selfie in 2014, her and John Cho.
Yep.
It was basically a riff on My Fair Lady.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be a very scathing rom-com about social...
Social meds?
Yep.
It wasn't. It was kind of funny.
But only in fits and spurts, and then they said, nope, fuck this.
Yeah, it also lasted only 7 episodes before it got kicked over to Hulu. Now it's not even there anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
They just said, fuck this turd.
And here's a couple that premiered. One, Coupling, the American version of Coupling. Have you ever seen the British version of Coupling?
No,
It's actually pretty funny. It's like, it's like Friends with more sex and innuendo.
Right. And who was in the British version of Coupling? I know there were some famous...
John Davenport.
Okay.
Yeah, he went on to Pirates of the Caribbean, and
That's it.
But the British version was pretty funny. You can check it out on HBO Max and Hulu. But the American version lasted God, how many episodes? Just like
I want to say 5.
4
Okay.
episodes in 2003, and here in Utah, KSL wouldn't even air it
Because of all the cess.
Yeah, they drove all his attention towards it. Another local station picked it up and ran it. So you got all those ratings.
Yeah.
But this only lasted 4 episodes.
Okay. And what other shows do you have on there?
Here's a couple more. Here's another one famous in Utah, the Playboy Club, 2011. See how many? 3 episodes in 2011. It was a piece of shit.
Now, was that made while Hef was still alive?
Yeah,
that would be Hugh Hefner, ladies and gentlemen.
He was still alive. Yeah, it aired 3 episodes, and also here in Salt Lake City, KSL would not air it
because the cells.
Yeah, they could have just waited, and it would have flamed out on its own.
Yeah,
but no. But there's one I really wanted to mention way down here.
Oh.
Well, there's a couple I wanted to mention. There's 9 total. I'm not going to give them all away here.
Okay.
One was from 1997 on Fox called Lawless.
Okay.
Brian Bosworth.
Oh, wow, that guy.
Yeah, this starred Brian Bosworth as a former Special Forces op, of course.
Yeah. The star of Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Before Steve Austin.
Yeah, that was Brian Bosworth's film debut, and it's still fucking way better than this show.
Wow.
But yeah, you can watch all of Stone Cold on YouTube for free. But he played a Special Forces op turned private investigator on Miami's South Beach.
Like you do.
You tool around on a motorcycle, and yeah, there's literally a scene where bikini babes are walking by and he lowers the sunglasses.
This is basically a washed out turn of Booker, if you remember that show.
It's not even Booker.
Wow.
So it aired 1 episode on a Saturday night in 1997, never to be seen again.
That was it.
Yeah, he starred as John Lawless. Yeah.
Boy.
But the pièce de résistance here, Viva Laughlin.
Viva Laughlin.
Viva Laughlin, CBS, 2007.
This is the one I'm thinking of. This is the one with...
Hugh Jackman.
Yes.
Hugh Jackman, yeah.
The Wolverine.
And it was one of these shows where occasionally characters would just break out into song. Mm-hmm. It was a drama with musical numbers.
I want to say this was created by showrunner David E. Kelly. Am I right?
I don't have that here.
That's all right.
I'm not sure if it was.
Okay.
But
I think it
lasted all of, let's see, how many episodes? I think it was only a couple.
Okay.
But, yeah, it was on CBS, and there's a version, there's some clips on YouTube. You look it up, and you'll see Hugh Jackman singing possibly the worst version of the Stones' Sympathy for the Devil that's ever been recorded.
Ouch.
Yeah. It's fucking terrible.
Okay. And I'm Let's see. And it was based on the BBC series Blackpool. according to-
Viva Blackpool. Yeah, I guess that one was successful.
No, it wasn't even Viva Blackpool. It just said based on the BBC series Blackpool.
Oh, okay.
But let's see here. Origin Day, critical reviews. And as I'm just trying to look here, directors, writers. Let's see. Developed for television, Bob Lowry. I could have swore it had some other big name behind this turd.
Nope.
But other than Hugh Jackman, who was only there for like a cup of coffee, and then he fucked off.
Yeah.
But he's fine now because he is Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
If you remember that Tony Award winning take.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Even though I turned it in so late, maybe Slug will just say, fuck you, we're not publishing this.
Are you expecting that at this point?
I wouldn't. The Slug of yesteryear, the real punk rock Slug of yesteryear, I would not expect that. The new so-called professional version of Slug.
Oh, wait. They turned pro.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they seem to have standards now. I know, it's weird.
The hell?
What happened to my punk rock magazine? Anyway, we'll see what happens.
Get off your lawn, and we're escaping to save the water and shit like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, again, we're just performance artists, Your Honor.
And I'm guessing you haven't seen Shang-Chi.
No, I did.
You did? Oh, did you?
I did.
Okay.
I saw it on Thursday, and I have to say, not damn bad.
Okay.
It was pretty awesome.
A lot of people are comparing it to Black Panther. How does it stand up to that?
No.
No.
Don't do that. It's its own world. I get where they're coming from. Mm-hmm. There is a little bit of world building where the origins of Shang-Chi came from, but no, just leave the comparisons be. It's got more Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon kind of motifs.
All right.
But leave it be.
Does Iron Fist make an appearance?
No, and I kept hoping for that. But it does open up some doors.
Okay, all right.
There is some great cameos there.
Yeah, I don't really. Well, Aquafina. You got her.
Yeah, well, Aquafina is the hidden dragon in this little gem right there.
You should all be watching Aquafina is Nora from Queens on Comedy Central.
Is that pretty much the whole segue behind that? Just to say, if you saw Shang-Chi, you should really check Nora from Queens.
Yeah, you just should, yeah. Even if you haven't seen the Marvel movie.
Right, and I'm pointing at you. Staring at that teddy bear nanny cam for our premium zirconium sponsors.
And it's not. It didn't even make it available on Disney Plus.
Well, yeah, because
what the fuck?
Well, you know the reason why.
Why?
Oh, you really don't
money?
know? Well, in a way.
Need that Mickey money?
Yeah, because Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
She decided that. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, she shut down the day and date for Disney Plus
because the actors weren't getting the streaming revenue. They were just getting the theater revenue, but they weren't getting that because, anti-vaxxers and my freedoms.
All right.
So that's a legitimate gripe.
So if a few people got to die, so Scarlett Johansson get a new pair of boots, that's the way we're going to do it?
Well, compared to that versus Jeff Bezos having a space trip, yeah, I'm in that camp at this point.
Fine, whatever.
We need that.
It'll be on Disney Plus eventually.
Yeah.
That's probably, I don't know. I have not yet gone back to a movie theater.
Well,
I've played a bunch of rock and roll shows around a lot of people. I've gone to a few. Mm-hmm. Yet to set foot back in a movie theater.
Well, I've been in movie theaters. By that I mean my office at Broovies.
Lurking?
Not lurking.
Lurking in the back?
Not lurking. Maybe staying hidden in the shadows.
Okay.
But yeah, I've gone there. I've been very careful, and I've only been around good humans that, liquor up the right people in the best way possible. But I'm responsible, and of course, we're just performance artists, Your Honor. But I have to say, it is the only way to see movies. I love the fact that all our streaming services kept us at homes in front of TVs. But every once in a while, you need to see Free Guy in front of an actual goddamn movie screen.
Yeah, I definitely got to see that.
It is worth it, and I would definitely say with Shang-Chi, Yeah, it would be nice to see it at home because Delta variant, because my freedoms.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't feel like ponying up for that $30 price tag on the premier side of things. I don't think it's worth it at this point.
Did we, is Frank Christ aware of this?
What happened here?
Willard Scott.
Oh, yes.
Today's Show weatherman. 87. I swore he was older than that.
Well, and here's the thing. He used to say happy birthday to Centennials. So.
Ida Mae in Sioux Falls, Iowa, turned 93 years young.
Wasn't there like a thing he did with Smuckers?
Smuckers, brought to you by Smuckers.
Was that the deal?
Yeah, the birthday wishes brought to you by Smuckers.
Oh, and he was 87?
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's a shame, but apparently, I can't remember if it was COVID related or not. I think it was
No,
not.
he was fucking 87. That's what it was.
Yeah, but, when everyone says, oh, he died so young.
Well, the thing is, it would say right here in the headline if it was COVID related.
It would be more shocking if he was like in his 40s or 50s. Oh, how terrible.
But yeah, we've especially your news, like, the New York Times, the new arbiter of
arbiter libertarians.
No, it's just a fucking bullshit canon anymore, it seems like.
It's really all about obituaries.
Obituaries, and it's like, oh, here's the new scare.
Oh, and don't forget the crossword puzzle.
And the crossword puzzle, yes.
I need that jam.
Yeah.
That is my fix every morning.
You know what? I think it's time for something. I think it's time for some action here.
Oh, are you saying we need to hit the music?
And sports with Tommy Milagro. Go team.
From the sports desk of the TV10 podcast, we deliver to you the sport of professional wrestling superpowered edition.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, because the last 2 weeks and the fact that I've been busy on assignment with SlamWrestling.com, because who else can handle it except a man with an...
.net.
Excuse me. SlamWrestling.net, thank you. But thankfully, I have an MBA to pull that off. You drank your genius juice. But we got to start with a little bit of tragedy on a serious note. Daphne, the valet and manager for WCW and TNA in the early days of the 2000s.
Okay. I barely remember her.
She passed away due to suicide. And it's really heartbreaking just because, according to stories, she went on Instagram Live and said she was alone, and there were indications. I didn't see this, but there were indications that she had a gun. And she was at her home in Georgia. They tried to do a welfare check, but her mom was there at the time. The cops had to go because there was no threat at that point. They came back again, and she was dead, and there was the firearm next to her. So, sadly, on that note, she is no longer with us. There was an outpouring, and there is some indications that, it's been widely reported she did have bipolar issues, but she had some concussion issues during her time with WCW and TNA, so that didn't help matters any further. And, so anybody that feels like they're alone, this is where TV10 Podcast and the Sports Desk say, reach out. There is a suicide prevention hotline. There are many ways, and again, you're not alone, just like everybody else that's in wrestling. So, with that said, and there's no easy way to segue out of that. This is always the tough part, but let's talk about what's been happening. This is why I've been away from the Sports Desk. I've been focusing on stories for the NWA. I have written articles with interviews with Aaron Stevens, then one half of the NWA Tag Team Champions, and Camille, the still current NWA Women's Champion and holder of the Burke, which brings me to this point. William Patrick Corgan, in anticipation of NWA's Empower and NWA 73, purchased the original title held by Mildred Burke all those years ago. So very historical time right there. Big title changes that happened. Here are the quick highlights. So on Empower, it was Deonna Purrazzo of Impact Wrestling successfully defending her Impact Knockouts title against NWA's Melina, and it was Camille who defended her title against legit Layla Hirsch of AEW in a very stellar matchup there. And Chelsea Green of Impact Wrestling won the NWA Women's Invitational Cup to become a contender the next night for Camille's title. Which brings me to the next part here. So at NWA 73, it was the Cowboy, James Storm, against Chris Adonis. Adonis successfully defended his NWA national title. And it was Aaron Stevens and Kratos against the team of La Rebellion from AAA. And that's Bestia 666. That's Beast 666 if you don't speak Ogden. And Mecha Wolf. But they were brought to the ring by Conan, if you remember Conan from those days at WCW. And Mecha Wolf and Bestia won the tag titles, making them the first Latin team, well, any Latin wrestlers to hold gold within the NWA. But the big match of the night was Trevor Murdoch versus the dealer, the national treasure, Nick Aldis, the holder of the 10 pounds of gold, in what was a stellar match. And it was Trevor Murdoch who won the 10 pounds of gold in his hometown of Missouri, in St. Louis, Missouri, at the Chase, wrestling at the Chase Park Plaza in the Coruscant Ballroom. So very tremendous show, very tremendous night. And apparently Empower was well received as a women's pay-per-view, unlike some other companies that have tried that before. WCW. Excuse me. There must be some dust in the background or something here. We haven't been in the studio in a while. Remind me, we need to dust out the Outlaw Studios afterwards.
All right.
Let's see. What else did we cover for SlamWrestling.net since I have an MBA? There's nothing for you to drink anymore. You got the Genius Juice down.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Well, big news is that as we're talking live on air, it is AEW doing their pay-per-view All Out. Biggest headline of the night, CM Punk returned to pro wrestling.
Yeah, I saw his comeback on Rampage.
And it was, if you had a chance, we'll try to get it on our social medias, Sochmeds. When Cult of Personality, the first few bars of the guitar riff the Chicago crowd lost their collective minds.
Yeah.
It was that deafening. And yeah, it looked, and somewhere up in Titan Towers in Connecticut, Vince McMahon is going, "Why the fuck is this happening here? This isn't good shit." That is so easy to make that voice. Anyway, but, speaking of bad things, NXT is now going to be produced by Vince McMahon, no longer by his son-in-law, Triple H, and they're going to revamp the show, so expect the suckening. And if you think I'm wrong, look at the numbers on WWE Monday Night Raw, and it is not good. And, it's been rumored, if you go to the news and rumors page at SlamWrestling.net, I didn't have to write anything about it, even though I have an MBA.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Drink up, bitches.
Yes.
Apparently there's a lot more cuts and layoffs, especially with the background staff, so things are not looking pretty good right now. What that means down the road, who is to say? But here's the finally this that we're going to end with here. So I don't know how the kids say this these days. I've got I got atted, I think is the right word. So
did someone at you?
In a way.
Okay.
Greg Oliver at SlamWrestling.net, my editor, posted on Twitter, "I finally get to try Steve Austin's beer.
Oh.
What kind of wrestling writer am I Do we review beers at Slam Wrestling? Tommy Milagro? And
What is the Stone Cold beer?
this is the part that I have had this beer before.
Uh-huh.
It is Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA.
Of course it's an IPA.
This is where I'm conflicted by this. Number one, it's Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Number two, it's beer, so on brand. Mm-hmm. But IPA?
No, that's not something you can chug in the ring.
This doesn't feel like
Can after can after can.
This doesn't feel like a Steve Weiser.
Yeah.
This feels like a pinkies up kind of.
Yeah, I would expect Austin to go more for a Pilsner, a lager, something light.
Really?
So, well, back in the day when he would guzzle 50 beers in the ring.
Exactly.
You got to have something a little lighter. You can't have a fucking IPA.
You can't have something that sour.
Yeah.
That's where I'm a little conflicted.
You need
by
something a little
this.
smoother, yeah.
And it feels like, this is a call for me to review the beers offered by wrestlers,
Yeah.
which I only know of a handful here and there. And secondly, oh my God, my liver's going to kick out on me. I don't think it's going to come up for the 10 count here. I don't think it can answer, but I'll do it.
Think there's a local version like Manny's Hard Lemonade?
Remind me, we need to talk to Devotion Championship Wrestling. $1 million idea.
Yes.
All of this will be coming up in future articles in slamwrestling.net. Why? Because it's sports.
It's sports. It's Tommy Milagro. Go team.
Yeah, he just barely sent that tweet out while we were recording live on air.
Okay.
I think I got to take up the challenge.
I think so, yeah.
All right. We'll
And,
do this.
Aren't you glad you waited 2 weeks for this, dear listener?
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, I've been waiting for this because I need to talk about something else, but...
You need to talk about something besides wrestling.
Oh, yeah, which reminds me, as we're recording live on air, Heels is still going on the Stars.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the whole thing to get done so I can binge it.
I just saw the first three seasons, first three episodes.
What? They crank those out fast.
Yeah. Well, it is binge-worthy. But no, Heels has been pretty good. Episode 3 is real good. There's this character, Ricky Rabies, portrayed by CM Punk.
Really? Okay.
Or as he's billed as, Phil Brooks.
Oh, all right.
He's got a future, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you have not lived until you've seen a possum made into a drone.
Oh,
It is
okay.
It is worth watching just for that reason alone.
All right. My curiosity is piqued now for sure.
But yeah, so that's my must-watch harder. What about you?
I was going to say we have something coming up this weekend on Sunday on Showtime that looks pretty interesting. It's American Rust, starring Jeff Daniels and Maura Tierney.
What?
It's a drama. It's got hints of Mayor of Easttown. It's set in Pennsylvania, but I believe it's in a different part of Pennsylvania, which is completely different, according to people who actually know Pennsylvania.
You know, if you've seen it on your Slack channel.
Yeah, it's been down there in the Rust Belt of Pennsylvania, and Jeff Daniels stars as the local sheriff, and there's a murder.
Of course there is.
There's a small town murder going on here, and the number one suspect is the son of the woman he is having an affair with. That would be Maura Tierney.
It was a gray Pennsylvania day.
Yes.
No one knew who the suspect was.
Just imagine some light piano music in the background. Yeah.
Can we work that in post-production?
This is now a murder podcast, so yeah. That's what we got here.
Yeah.
This is a murder podcast. Also, yeah, this looks pretty interesting. American Rust premieres Sunday on Showtime. Okay. And I'm currently in the middle of the third season of Titans, the former DC Universe, now HBO Max series.
I'm been binge watching season 1 and season 2. Mostly, I am digging Isai Morales as Deathstroke.
Yeah,
and he's a perfect Deathstroke.
Shannon Barneson of the that other podcast.
There's another podcast?
Yeah, it's about geeks or something like that.
It's like a show or something?
Yeah, I was talking to him at a function. That would be the kid's wedding.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And he was talking about how he hates all of the DC Universe shows.
Really? What was his reason?
Except for Superman and Lois. That's the one he likes. He says Titans is trash, but at least it's like, trash with foul language.
Right.
But it also has the worst Bruce Wayne in the history of Bruce Waynes.
See, I can see his point because he's not a handsome 35-year-old man with jet black hair. But here's the thing. Bruce Wayne has to age some fucking time. Mm-hmm. So, and I have read...
There was one of the most recent episodes in the 3rd season that you haven't gotten to yet.
No.
He has a monologue that is so fucking cringe. It's just like, oh, is this a parody? Or this...
Like, does he mansplain to
he
women?
just has a big-ass monologue, and it is so fucking bad.
See,
I can't believe it made it into the final cut. It's so fucking terrible.
like, how bad are we really talking about? Are we talking Justice Whedon bad?
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe.
I can smell that already.
It's you'll probably know it when you see it, when you eventually see it. It's the worst.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll keep it I'm keeping an open mind on
But
it.
my big recommendations, of course, are the new seasons of Archer on FXX. What We Do in the Shadows on FX. They also end up on Hulu. Not sure what to tell you about the new season of American Horror Story just yet. Still figuring that out.
My big ones are What If? That has been a joy. And I have to say, this last episode of What If with Stephen Strange on Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that kind of tracks that Doctor Strange could be a bit of a dick. I mean, this is not that far off. Even with the being the Sorcerer Supreme, he's a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
He's a bit arrogant. And if you don't believe me, look at the trailers for Spider-Man No Way Home. Not that far off, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And let's see. The other one, other than Shadows for me as well, and Archer you already talked about. What's the other thing I'm watching that's not wrestling these days? I got Titans locked in, loaded as well. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah,
on my
there's
end.
on Peacock. This is another Peacock thing.
Okay.
This premiered...
So Flock to the Cock?
Flock to the Cock, yeah. This premiered maybe a couple of years ago now. It's a British series, a British/Canadian series. It's on Peacock.
Is there any other kind?
I don't think so.
All right.
It's called Departure.
Okay.
It's another one of these mysteries on a plane kind of things.
Okay. Not a murder mystery, but just a mystery.
Or
Or is it a murder?
Well, it's kind of basically a plane mysteriously goes down, and it's up to this team led by Archie Punjabi. You might remember from The Good Wife.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and the first season pretty good, pretty tense, pretty twisty. You don't really know where it's going.
It was a dark, stormy night.
Yeah.
They flew their plane out. No, sorry. Wrong podcast.
And I'd recommend the first season. The second season, now they're investigating a train crash.
What?
So this is the theme now. I guess the next thing will have to be a fucking boat or something if they do another season.
Oh, how about this? There was a cruise headlined by Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
There were rock bands there.
A rock and wrestling cruise sinks.
Kiss was playing on, but then Gene complained he had the COVID.
Yeah. So Archie Punjabi can solve that in probably about 6 episodes.
Now,
they're 6 episodes long, the seasons.
which is fine. That's
Yeah.
enough you need.
That's
for
very British.
Yes. Quality, not quantity.
Yes.
Pip and all that. Yeah. Now here's my question: could she solve the mystery of why Kiss is still a thing?
No, she could not do that.
Okay.
But I did notice that she is at least a good 2 feet shorter than everybody else on the show.
Wow.
I remember her from The Good Wife. It seemed like she was pretty much the same height or maybe even taller than a lot of people on The Good. This is just my memory.
Okay.
So either she was standing on boxes on The Good Wife
Or lifts.
or everybody on The Good Wife is just 4 feet tall.
Yeah. I'm
going to go with the latter.
Yeah, I would too. I have seen some of those actors up close. And I'm not that tall, but you know, I'm like a center if I was on the Mexican basketball team.
Okay. All right.
They are tiny, tiny human beings.
Okay.
That are really loud. That project.
And also the new and final season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay.
Doing very well.
Okay.
We had a very cheddar-centric episode this past week, which I'm always down for. I'm always down for a good cheddar storyline.
Okay. So is
Cheddar the corgi, I believe. I think that's the type of dog he is.
Yeah. Now, my only question is, when the final episode runs, is it going to turn out it's a kid watching a snowball? Is that what it's going to be?
That's exactly what it's going to be.
I am expecting that any day now.
Or it was all a dream. Yeah.
Or
they're at the diner and they're hearing some Journey, and then all of a sudden it cuts right off.
Ew.
Yeah.
Or worse, they could go all to prison and see, kids. What we're trying to tell you is that
an internal affairs investigation.
Yeah.
That just goes horribly wrong, and they all end up in jail.
Or it was a episode that was written by other writers when the original writer, George R. Martin, should have got around to it and left everybody horribly disappointed. So it could be a number of those things right there.
Okay.
I want it to be the worst thing ever.
And I'm not sure when. I believe last week tonight with John Oliver is coming back.
Yeah, September 12th.
And he'll actually have a studio audience. He'll be leaving the void.
Supposedly.
Supposedly, yes.
And I would love to believe that. I really would. But he's very cautious and very British.
Yeah. So that leaves him and Seth Meyers still have not gone back to the live audiences yet.
Right, because people.
Yeah.
The walking dirt.
Even Amber Ruffin has gone back to the live audience.
She
no. She has a live audience for the first time in the year-long history of her show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the initials, the first many episodes, it was just her and Tariq Davis in the studio. Still funny.
Yeah, and
so it's kind of weird to hear people in the studio with her.
Well, and I've been kind of used to John Oliver and his Blank Void, and which strangely sounds like H. John Benjamin.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
And the thing is, there's a show coming up, a weekly show called The Problem with John Oliver on Apple.
Jon Stewart?
The Problem with Jon Stewart.
Okay.
The Problem with Jon Stewart on Apple TV Plus is coming up in a few weeks, and it sounds like it's doing the exact same format as John Oliver's show, where it's just like instead of being, the hot topics of the week or whatever, maybe briefly mention them, but there's like, one central big story. It's like, oil spills and dead babies or whatever, whatever horrible injustice you can find.
And here's what I would say on that. Join me at camera 3. No, but doing it with a live audience is definitely a big change versus just performing by yourself, phrasing.
Yeah.
But it's also frees up a lot of opportunities, and no human beings have to die. Now, if it's just people, well, fuck them. They're going to do it because my freedoms.
Yeah.
And but I am going to miss the void. I mean, if our studio was voiced like H. John Benjamin, that would be totally awesome right now.
No, I don't think we can afford him.
No, that's true. We barely have a budget to tie this all together as is.
Just slap this shit together and send it out the door.
Yeah, we did have a producer, but now she just went all Fury Road.
Yeah, we're flying solo now.
Yeah, she. Actually, I did see her. She was out in front of the Capitol going, "My freedoms!"
Oh, well.
Oh no! Wait. Worse. Sorry.
Was she protesting in front of the Bayou?
Yeah. She went to that route
when they're not open.
Strange how that she didn't know that. Did she forget the time or?
No, you do your research on the internet.
Yeah,
that's what you get.
And bring children along because that's how democracy works.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
But again, we're just performance artists.
What the fuck do we know?
Other than we know how to get fully Pfizered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, and also, then of course, we mention this all the fucking time, but it's worth the hype. Ted Lasso on Apple TV Plus.
Yep, we're Team Sudeikis here.
Oh, yeah.
There is just no question about it at this point. Oh, and Physical is still good.
Physical, also on Apple TV Plus. All 10 episodes are there now.
And I'll only mention this just because there's ads for it. C is on, and...
No, Jason Momoa and
Dave Bautista.
Batista, yeah.
Yeah. Blind Brothers.
How did he get dragged into this shit?
Marvel money ran out? I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Or maybe he was expecting a lot more from Dune.
Oh, yeah, that's still coming.
Yeah. Either way, you know what? He is still a good human. I'll give it a chance. That's all I could say.
Yeah, you're going to be sorely disappointed when you check this out.
Well, I've been used to disappointments all of my life. It's called the Utah legislature.
Oh.
Anyway.
He'll be here all week, folks.
Yes.
Try the buffet.
Yes, I'll be performing in front of the parking lot at the Maverick gas station.
Yeah. He's not going to tell you which one, though. You're just going to have to figure it out.
Look over there.
Yeah. And, that's probably enough for now.
Oh, yeah.
You got your money's worth out of this podcast, people. We've been off for 2 weeks. We're back. And, so if you want to hit us up, let us know. TV10 Podcast at Gmail, Twitter, Facebook. Let us know what's up. You can rate us on the things.
Yeah. Oh, and more importantly, it's okay if you want to reach out to us at a morning zoo, but at the same time, those other things we just mentioned, that would be so much cooler.
Yeah.
And let's not forget our fine sponsors here. So not only do you have the joy that is Outlaw Distillery.
Oh, yeah.
But also keep in mind our other sponsors, and that would be Sugar House Distillery with the boxes and boxes of brews. How the fuck did we get that all of a sudden?
Oh, man. Well, there was a wedding, and
Yeah.
then there was a stockpile, and the people who attended the wedding didn't drink as was anticipated. So therefore, we got a lot of boxes of booze lying around here at the studio.
Yep, in the 36 chambers
Yes.
of the TV10 podcast.
Yes.
Oh, and let's not forget Ogden's Own Distillery, fine purveyors of Five Wives, Five Husbands vodka, Madame Patarini gin, the Porter's Fire, the Porter's Rye, the Porter's Peanut Butter whiskey.
Yep.
The Underground, the cans of, let's see, there's the Moscow Mule. What's the other one I'm forgetting at the moment?
Gin and tonic.
That's it.
Yeah.
And, of course, we still are working through pallets and pallets of beer brought to us by Bohemian Brewery.
Yes.
And, of course, I should mention here that some of the things we use to make our orange vanilla daiquiri were provided by the good services at Booze Tea.
Okay.
So you need to go all there, go all in, and you need to go all out and get all that stuff. Just wear a mask.
Go all in and go all out.
That's right.
Okay.
And rip off the knob and turn it up.
Okay. Yeah, that all tracks. Okay.
Yeah. So just do it already and get vaxxed, you idiot. That's a lot to cover.
Not that we're infringing on your freedoms or anything.
No, but if you
Just
aren't...
saying, instead of going down to the livestock store, there's a perfectly good free vaccine out there.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have taken it. They haven't dropped dead, and they don't seem to be transmitting any signals that we know of. Anyway, maybe they're all sleeper cells now.
Well, I got a 5G reception nowadays.
Okay,
so
cool.
That's
all
me.
Right. And Did we settle on a title for this fucking episode?
Let's see.
We had something when we were mixing the drinks, and then we totally forgot to write it down.
I know. It was something good. Damn it, I had something for this.
Yeah.
That's
What rhymes with daiquiri?
Lackery, trackery,
We got to work daiquiri in there somewhere.
fackery.
Sure, got to work some sort of daiquiri magic in there.
Right. Pinky's up for daiquiri, packery.
We'll figure it out.
It'll all work out somehow.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we're back. Don't worry. We'll be back for as long as you can stand us, or until you can't.
I think that moment already passed, and we're still here.
Yeah. And, the COVID didn't kill us, so...
Yeah, so nothing can. We'll be back next week. I'm Bill Frost. That's Tommy Milagro. And good night, America.
And jiggle that handle. It is time to flush vaxxers away.
Ha!